Right, we'll take down a little core and more. We've got a mat and an open space, some weights, a couple of sets if you have them, if not some other heavy object. Let's begin standing with our feet about hips distance apart. Soften our knees and our hips. Take a big inhale as we circle the arms overhead. Big lift of those ribs. Hands come down onto the thighs, a tuck round and a roll up to standing, just moving through that spine, finishing with a shoulder roll at the top. We'll do it one more time. Inhale, big lift. Hands on the hips, hips back, tuck round and roll all the way up slowly. Okay, let's take that right leg out to the side into a side lunge, pushing the hips back. We feel a little bit of an inner thigh here. Keeping the feet where they are. Inhale, lift through center, both legs straight. Exhale, shift, rolling through the hips, bending that left knee. Inhale, center. Exhale, shift. Inhale, center. Exhale, shift. We're going to take one more time each side as we ease into the warm-up today. Last one. In center, both legs staying where they are.
Just to let you know, Carrie, you're frozen.
Okay, I think probably it might be the internet connection there on that side. I'm moving okay on this side. I'll try to talk a little bit more through in case you lose that visual. Let's find our hamstring stretch. Both legs straight, just a tiny bend in the knees, a little bit wide on that footing. We're sending our hips back so we feel a stretch in our hamstrings, a long, flat spine. Deep breath. Let's start to bend the knees, drop the tail, tuck, round, and roll up to standing again, finishing with that big shoulder roll. Excellent. Let's take our right knee, bring it up into our chest, and then left. We're going to alternate side to side, just bringing ourselves into a little bit of a wide march, working again through those hips. We'll add a little rotation by turning our chest, our torso, towards whichever knee we're lifting. You can just go at your own pace here because we're just warming everything up. We'll take about 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's bring those legs into center, hips back. We're going to take a reverse lunge. Right leg goes back, a little tuck under of the hip so we feel that hip flexor and thigh. We're going to take both arms up towards the ceiling, shoulder blades stay down. Inhale, legs are straight. We reach the fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, take that back knee down, arms open wide. Inhale, arms up, legs up. Exhale, sink. We're going to do 3 more here. Good, bring those hands to the hips. Let's step the right leg forward. Left leg goes back. Arms go up towards the ceiling, a little tuck of that tailbone. Let's lift and straighten. As we come down, let's take arms out in front of us. Back up. And then out in front. Good. 4 more. Last one. Let's hold this one down. Take those arms wide. Open the chest. As far as you can, take those arms back. Good, hands on the hips. Let's step that leg forward. Give the legs a shimmy and a shake, and we're going into our dumbbells, our weights. So if you have those weights, let's pick up our heavier set. Let's squat to pick up the weights to save that back. We'll bring feet in hips distance, so shoulders and shoulder blades down, starting with a side lunge. Right leg steps out to the side, hips back, drive the heel in, center. Continue right side. 9 big side lunges. Good, that core staying tight. Last one. Good, switching legs. Left leg goes out, hips back, drive the heel in. Good, feeling those glutes. We take 2 more. Last one here. Good, and through center. We're going to bend the elbows. Allow the weights just to rest here towards our chest, not on the chest, but towards the chest with shoulders and shoulder blades down. Reverse lunge with a rotation. Right leg steps back. We turn our whole torso towards that left leg. Come back through center. Step together. Let's take 9 more. Right leg steps back. Rotate. Center. Good. Little exhale on that rotation. Help you get a little deeper into that twist. We'll take 2 more on this side. Last one. Good, just switching legs. Left leg goes back, rotate right, untwist and bring it to center. Steady as she goes. We have 2 more. Last one here. Good, in center, release those arms, arms by our side. We're gonna do a hammer curl and a squat. So we'll take ourselves into a squat first, belly tight, find a hammer curl, release the curl, then drive the heels as you stand up. Squat, curl, stand. That's it. Halfway there, 5 more. One more. Good. Shoulders back and down. We're going to come into a plank here. Now you can use these weights. You can take them with you. Okay. Weights can come down to the floor. We're going to step back into a plank. Option to come down onto those knees. Option to come down. We're holding our plank, driving our chest forward, pulling the navel up and in towards the spine. Thinking about our thighs, flexing them, drawing the bottom of the body towards the top. Toes towards arms, glutes are flexed, shoulder blades are back and down, breathing. Good, holding. 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift those hips, walk the feet towards the hands, drop yourself into a squat, and then slowly stand. Take a roll of the shoulders at the top, and let's set up for a little bit more arm. Soften our knees, feet, hips distance apart. And we're going to bring weights to our chest and turn our palms face forward. Okay? We're going to step out wide to the right, wide to the right. We're going to drop down into a wide squat here, okay? Wide squat. We're going to lower down. As we come up, we're pressing up overhead. Shoulder blades stay down. We lower down, weights down. Straight legs, arms press overhead. Good. Inhale down. Exhale, straighten and press up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one here. Bring those weights down and in front, relaxing the arms. Squat down into that wide plie. Weights come onto our thighs. Alternate heel lifts. Right and then left. Right and left. 3 more sets. Stay low. 3, 2, 1 more. Each side, each heel. Good. Drop down and then step that right leg in. Give those legs a kick, a little shimmy, a little shake. Bring the weights up to the chest. Turn the palms. Step out wide with the left. Here we go. Let's drop down into that wide squat on the way up. Press up. Inhale down. Press up. Good. Those elbows coming down to about shoulder height when you come down. No need to go any lower. Keep that core tight. 3 to go. Last one. Good. Let's drop it down. Put those weights on our thighs. Alternate heel lifts. 5 sets. 5, 4. Good. Stay in low. Tummy tight. 3, 2. 1 more each side. Good. Drop it down. Step that left leg in. Give it a big shimmy and a big shake. Fantastic. All right. Shoulders roll. Your right knee is going to lift with a hammer curl. So right knee, toes up. Slowly lower. All right. Let's do 10 more. 10. Control. 9. 8. Maybe you don't even need to tap all the way down. Challenging our balance. Two more this leg. Last one. Switching legs. 10 to go. Good. Focused out in front of you. Moving slowly with control. Three remaining. 3, 2, 1. Release. Shoulders roll out. All right. We're going to start back over with our side lunges, carrying our dumbbells along. We're going to alternate sides this time, so make sure you've got enough space so that you can start right and then go right into the left side. So right leg steps wide out to the side, hips back, pull it in, left side. Good, alternating, firing those glutes. We're almost there. We've got 2 sets. You can do this. Good. 1 more each side. Bring it back to center. We're going to do reverse lunges with a twist or rotation. Let's bring those weights together. Hold them at the chest. Shoulders and shoulder blades down. Right leg steps back. Rotate left. Center. Step together. Alternating. Left leg. Rotate right. Center. Step together. Continue. Alternating. Finding stability in that reverse lunge. Heart rate up a bit here. We're about halfway through, so we've got about 5 sets left. If those knees or legs are tired and you just can't tweak out any more lunges, you can always use a tap back instead of a full lunge. We're going to take one more each side. Very last one. Good, bringing it back to center. Keeping it moving so our heart rate keeps high. Feet, hips distance apart. Squat with a bicep curl. Let's come down into that squat. Hips back, steady knees, curl. Push to the top. Squat, find that curl. Push to the top. That's it, come on, keep going. Belly tight, belly tight. Halfway. Good, make sure those knees aren't clashing together. Last one. Good, roll those shoulders, release. Let's find ourselves in a plank. Again, you can come down to kneeling if you wish. You can use the weights as anchors, or the arms, or flat on the floor. The chest pulling forward, navel up and in, long straight neck, flexed thighs and glutes, toes pulling towards the back of the arms. Good, feel those triceps. Breathing. Good, almost there. Let's try for another 15. That'll bring us to a 45-second plank. Come on, recommit, get those hips up. 5 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the hips, step the feet in towards the hands, come into a squat. Slowly come up, roll those shoulders out. All right, so we're going to take ourselves into our wide squat with our overhead press. Let's bring those weights in towards the shoulders. And you can opt this time, you can have the palms facing forward or have them facing in, whatever works a little bit better for your shoulders. And of course, if you have any shoulder impingements, get rid of the weight and just do the arms without the added impact of the weights. Let's step wide out to the right. Here we go. Drop it down. Press up as we straighten. That's it. Good, mindful of the neck. Chin is back. We're not arching. We're keeping the tummy tight. One more. Good, release those arms, place them on our legs, on our thighs. Squat down into that wide squat. Good, maybe tuck the tail a little if you feel the back, alternating heel lifts. One side, then the other. One more each side. Stay low. Good, dip it down, let's step that right leg in. Roll those shoulders out, give a shimmy, give a little kick, whatever we got to do. All right, let's go ahead. Let's step out to the left. Let's bring those hands up to the shoulders. Shoulder blades squeezing together and down. Here we go. Squat down wide. Press up. Inhale down. Exhale, press up. Weights are slightly front. Almost there. Last one, best one. Good. Release those arms on those thighs. Squat down wide. Lock that navel. Alternating heel lifts. One more each side. Come on. Good. Dip it down. Step that left leg in. Give those legs a kick, a little shimmy, a little shake. All right. One more thing before we go down to our mat. Let's come into a deadlift. Okay. So shoulders and shoulder blades. We're going to be back. Deadlift. It's a hip hinge. Just barely a bend in those knees. Long, flat back. You hip hinge, driving the hips back until you feel those hamstrings. Then pushing the heels into the floor, keeping the belly locked. Flex through those upper thighs and glutes to come to standing tall. Inhaling down. Exhaling up. That's it. Here we go. Come on. 3 more. Last one. Good. Come about halfway down. So not your full hamstring, but about halfway. Long, flat back. Make sure we're not rounded or hunched. We're driving that chest forward, pulling the navel in. Turn palms to face inward and come into a row. Holding that position. We're going to take and come into a tricep pushback. Shift all your weight into your left leg. At the same time, tricep pushback, your right toes reach back. Then bring it in, okay? Stay rooted, stay grounded in that left leg. Work that left glute. Challenging our balance, core. Plus getting the benefit of the tricep press back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. Shift all the weight into the right. Here we go. Tricep press back. Left leg reaches back as the weight's out behind us. Straight arm. Little pause while you're back there. Two more. And keep those wrists straight. Last one. Good. Release. Come back to center. Roll out those shoulders. Wonderful. Second set. Here we go. Just the hamstrings. Weights around front. Belly tight. Inhale down. Exhale. Stand tall. Open the chest. Good. Nice and slow. Focusing on those glutes and thighs, working hard. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. We're taking it super slow on the way up. Really focus. Keep that chest open the whole way. Flex those glutes, those thighs. Slow, slow, slow. All the way to the top. All right, let's get into those triceps. Soften those knees and hips. All your weight goes into the left leg as we pull both elbows back into the side like we do for a row. Here we go. Extending right leg, both arms. 1, 2. Good. Nice pace. 3, 4. Keep pulling those shoulder blades down. 5. 2 more. Last one here. Switching legs now. 10 on the other side. Shift. 10. All right, stay tight. Stay low. 4, 3, 2, last one. 1, good, release, roll out those shoulders. Get a drink if you want it. We're gonna come down to our mat. So let's clear our area, set up our mat if you're using one. You can take weights off to the side of the mat. We're gonna come down to a plank first, okay, a plank first. So let's stand behind the mat. We'll go ahead and take a big inhale and a big circle all the way up. Good, hands down, hip hinge. Walk yourself out to a plank. Last plank here, opening the chest, rolling the navel up and in. Long spine. Breathing. If we've got open palms, they're widespread fingers. Pushing fingertips into the mat. Help take a little pressure off your wrists. Of course, you can always come down to the elbows if the wrists are troublesome. Good, shoulders and shoulder blades. Draw them down your back. Pull up and in through that navel. Make sure the hips aren't sinking. 15 seconds. Come on. We got it. We got it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Child's pose. We drop to the knees. Hips pull back. Arms pull forward. Big inhale. Big exhale. One more time, allow that belly to expand. Empty it all the way. While we're here, let's take a side stretch. Both arms move out to the left side of the room, and we're pushing out through our right rib cage. On the inhale, we come back to center. On the exhale, out the other side. Good, back to center. All right, tuck around, roll up to all fours. Separate those knees. Make sure they're underneath our hips. If you'd like, you can come into fist for your wrists. So instead of a flat palm, you can plant your knuckles and use your thumb as an anchor. You could also come down onto your elbows if you so desire. Okay? All right, drawing that navel in so our belly is not sinking. We're going to flex our right foot, and we're going to give a big kick. So right heel comes up to the ceiling. At the same time, open your chest, okay? Allow the front of the body to open. On the exhale, point that right toe, bring your nose and knee under the body, round the back. Inhale, flex the right foot, draw the chest forward. So it's a little bit like cat and cow. Exhale, pull under, but you have the added challenge of moving that leg, that hip. Exhale under, inhale open. Let that navel staying tight to the spine. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Just shift the weight. Flex that left foot. Press the heel up to the ceiling. Open the chest. On the exhale, draw it underneath the body. Point the toe, nose and knee. Inhale, open. Exhale, pull it under. Three more. Last one. Good, let's release. Let's round the back like a cat. Inhale, cow, chest forward, big stretch of our abdomen. Release through the center. Let's bring these together, shift our body weight, and come to a seated position. All right, so if you want to use weight, you can. We're going to do a Russian twist, okay, Russian twist. You can take 1 weight, 2 weights, whatever you feel is appropriate. Just make sure you're not overweighted so that you don't overtax that spine. Holding your weights at the center of the chest, they will stay there. In other words, we're not moving our arms, okay? The weight is going to stay here. Chest lifts, heels can be on the floor or elevated for a little more challenge. On an exhale, you're going to go ahead and come into a rotation. and then through center. Out the other side, center. That's it. Exhale as you drive that navel in, pulling yourself back to center. Each time you come back to center, lift the chest. Make sure we're not rounding the back. Weight staying close to the body. Good, we're going to take 2 more sets. 1 more each side. Good, back through center. Let's put that weight off to the side. Now we're going to row. We're going to take arms out front, heels remaining on the floor, chest up and open. Inhale, hip hinge, not a round back, hip hinge. Pull back, pull in through the navel, pull the hands towards that rib cage. You should feel a little quake while you hold back here. Inhale, come forward, hip hinge. Exhale, pull back, pause. Inhale, come forward, pull back. That's it. Just like we're rowing a boat. Make sure you catch that pause when you're lying back. Good. Try not to let the belly pooch. You're holding it so tight when it's back there that it's not pooching, it's quaking. Good. We're going to take 3 more. Last one. We're going to hold this one back. Good. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hip hinge forward. Good. Maybe grab those toes, grab those shins. Take a nice little stretch here. And then we're going to set up for round 2. Let's go ahead. Grab the weight if you would like. We're going to come back into that Russian twist. Chest open. Elbows, shoulders. Here we go. Find that rotation. Exhale, bring it back to center. Good spine, staying long throughout, no rounding. Halfway there. One more each side. Good. Let's release. Put that weight down. Set it up for our rowing. Arms forward. Long spine. Inhale, hip hinge. Reach. Feels good. Pull it back. Pause. Hands towards that rib cage. Inhale forward. Exhale. Good, nice loose neck. I'm going to take 2 more. Next one being the last one, we're going to hold it back there. Good. Long spine. Breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it forward. Hip hinge. Take a nice long stretch of that spine. Reaching chest towards the feet. Big inhale, big exhale. Get that belly to fill up and expand. Empty it all the way. One more. Fantastic. All right, we're going to roll all the way down onto our mat. You can take a C-curve roll down or come down any way you'd like. If you're doing a C-curve, it's 1 vertebra at a time as you reach for the toes. Look at the toes. When it gets tough, flex those feet. Exhale. Slowly come down 1 vertebra at a time, inhaling as those arms reach overhead, big and long. Toes pointing in one direction, fingertips reaching in the other direction. Let's go ahead, bring that right knee into the chest, give it a hug. Good. Let's switch. Bring that left knee in as you release the right. Bring both knees into the chest. Nice big hug. Leaving knees bent and elevated. Let's take fingertips behind the head. Fingertips are above the ears. Elbows are wide, keeping that chest open. We're going to come into a bicycle. So as we extend that left leg, right shoulder twists towards the right leg. We switch. So we're rolling on those shoulder blades, working into that rotation. Slow and controlled is better than that fast, super pace you sometimes see. We want to prevent that belly from pooching as we go through this motion. Keep it tight. Almost there. One more each side. Good. Allow that head to come down to the mat. Take the hands, tuck them underneath the hips. Long, straight legs. Pressing the shoulders back into the mat. Our tailbone into the mat. Tilt the pelvis. That low back stays in contact with the mat. We're going to take both legs, lower them partway towards the floor until that belly starts to quake. And slowly bring them back up. Okay? Maybe you don't even need those hands underneath. Up to you. If you take those hands underneath, you may be able to get those legs a little bit lower. Safely, without your back arching. Good. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up. Good. Use those lower abdominals. Almost there. 4 left. Stay focused. You've got this. Come on. 2 remaining. Good. Last one. Nice and low. Come on. Pause. Good. Pull it up and in. Both knees come into the chest. Give them a big hug. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right. Let's hold our hands on those kneecaps. Hands on our kneecaps. Let the legs, the feet just rest. We're going to take hip circles. Taking the hands, we're going to pull those knees apart. Push them forward. Let the hands bring the knees together. And then back into the chest. Knees apart. Forward. Together. Back into the chest. So big hip circle. Big hip circle. We're going to take one more in this direction, and then we're just going to reverse the circle. So next time they come into the chest, we're going to push them together, but straight away. Then we'll open them wide, bring them into the chest together, and repeat. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Let's cross our right leg all the way over the left like you're sitting in a chair. So left foot on the mat, cross that right leg all the way over like you're sitting in a chair. We're going to come into a twist. We're going to take our arms wide, right leg over the left. We're letting our legs fall towards the left side of the room, control their descent, ease them down. Once the legs get all the way there, turning our palms up and turning to face the right. Looking over that right palm. Big inhale. Expand the belly and the rib cage. Complete exhale. Empty of all your air. That's where we find the release. 2 more breaths. So let's turn those palms down. Bring our head into center. Keep the legs crossed, but slowly roll onto your back. Keep the legs crossed. We're going to hug the legs. So we're lifting that left foot off the floor. We're grabbing our shins. Okay, grabbing our shins. It's actually opposite hands on the shins. We're grabbing the shins and pulling them close to the body with flexed feet. You should feel your hip and glute. And you should feel your right hip and glute. Good. The more you give them a little pull to cross them, the more stretch you feel. Deep breath. On the exhale, visualize that hip and glute releasing. One more. Good. Let's slowly uncross. We're going to recross to the other side. So right foot on the mat, knee bent, left leg crosses all the way over like sitting in a chair. Coming into the twist first. Arms go wide, shoulder blades down. We allow the legs to fall towards the right side. Slow as we ease into the twist. And then turning our head left and our palms up. Feel a nice openness in the chest as well. Good, full inhale, complete exhale. 2 more. Full deep breaths. Letting all the tension go out of the back. And then we'll start to turn our palms down. We'll bring our head in neutral and center. Draw the navel in, let the foot help you as you roll back up to the back. Knees are still crossed. We're picking up that right foot. Hands are grabbing on the shins and giving them a gentle pull in towards the chest so you feel that left hip and glute stretch. Focusing on relaxing that hip and glute on the exhale. Then one more full deep breath. So let's slowly uncross, releasing the legs. Bring both knees into the chest and let's hold underneath. Okay, underneath. So we're not holding on top of the knees, but underneath the knees on those hamstrings. We'll take a little rock on the spine, side to side or front to back, your choice. Whatever feels good and helps you release any tension that might be remaining. We're going to work our way up to a seated position. You can do this by rolling to the side and using your hands, or if you're taking front to back, you can use those legs to gain a little momentum. Just be sure you tuck your chin all the way tight to the chest before you come up. From our seated position, we're coming into a butterfly, taking the soles of our feet together, maybe grabbing onto those ankles or shoes. Inhaling, getting really tall through that spine, and exhaling, taking a hip hinge, reaching our chest forward. And one more deep sinking exhale. And then slowly bracing the abdominals will come all the way up. We're going to take ourselves into a kneeling position so that we can come into a runner's lunge. Take that right leg around front and allow the hips to sink or draw forward until we feel that stretch on the front of our thigh, our quadricep, and deep into that hip flexor. For a little more quad, if you'd like, you can flex your back foot and elevate it off the floor. We're going to shift to do a hamstring stretch. So releasing that left foot, taking our hips back. We're allowing those right toes to come up, doing our best to straighten the right leg as we take a pelvic tilt, reaching our tail out behind us as we extend our chest forward. It will gently release, just shifting forward taking that right leg out to the side and then behind and switching into the left, coming into that runner's lunge, looking for that hip flexor, down into our quadricep. Option of a flexed foot for a little different stretch, really pulling into the quad. Breathing, releasing, letting go. Let's shift it into that hamstring. Releasing the right foot, hips come back, left toes are up, heel on the mat, lengthen that spine. So a lot different here between rounded and pulling that tailbone back. That's where we really get that hamstring stretch. Breathe. Good. Slowly releasing, we just shift forward. We're going to work our way up to standing, taking those right toes, curl them under. That can work the knee under the body so that you can step into a wide squat using hands on thighs as we slowly tuck around and roll our way up to standing. Check your footing, make sure you don't trip over any dumbbells or anything. Take a couple of big shoulder rolls. Good, arms circle all the way to the ceiling. On our hips go back. We'll take a nice slow tuck around and roll to the top. Again, shoulders roll, fingertips reach down towards the floor. Right ear falls out towards the shoulder. Let's allow the chin to come down to our chest very slowly. Take the time to take that stretch. From chin to chest, let's lift the head straight up into neutral. And then we'll come into the other side. We'll allow that right ear to fall to the shoulder, or left ear to fall to the shoulder. Fingertips continue to reach towards the floor as we allow the weight of the head to gently take that chin down to the chest. Lift the head center, neutral, turning and looking over the right shoulder as far as we can. Through the center and off to the left. Back to center. Big inhale, circle up. Last time, hands on the hips, hips back. We'll take that nice tuck round and roll up to standing. Finishing with a shoulder roll and having a great day. Thank you.